What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the weekend reading. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If y'all want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I would love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Gemini. So let's go ahead and get it started and see what we got going on. But real quick, everybody, happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are excited here for the weekend. Hopefully we're going to be looking towards a fun and fantastic time. So without a further ado, we're going to go ahead now and hop on into the reading, and we're going to take a look here at the Gemini gang. So let's see what we got going on, everybody. But by the way, hello, how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. So let's see what's up here for the Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours, or sorry, in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours? What do we got going on? All right, Team Gemini. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and then we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Moon card. So you could be connecting here potentially with a Pisces for some of you. Having a look into your current energy, we have here the Ace of Swords. What it is you're dealing with, we have here the Four of Swords. And then looking at the outcome here for Team Gemini is going to be the Page of Pentacles. So let's see what's up here for the Gemini gang. Coming on into your weekend here, we start out here with the Moon card all the way here into the Ace of Swords. So Moon to the Ace of Swords, there definitely could be some sort of emotional truth that needs to be spoken here happening this weekend. It might be one of those times where it's like, it's time for me to kind of speak my truth. There's something that's been bothering me, or there's something that's been emotional that you haven't really talked about. All right, so maybe it's something that's kind of been bottled up and you're getting ready here to bring it to the surface. So you could be communicating to somebody how you feel, because your emotions and your feelings here with the Moon card are definitely showing up. So it's kind of like telling someone how you feel, having a look at what it is you're dealing with. You're dealing with the Four of Swords. So it's about telling somebody how you feel, especially somebody in your life who I do feel, though, has been at a distance from you. So this is somebody who's not currently in your environment or in your energy. This is a person here who's been distant, okay? Looking at the outcome here being the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles here says that you're getting ready here to reach out. So I definitely feel here for you moving into your next 72 hours, Gemini. You're getting ready here to reach out to somebody and pretty much tell them how you feel. I'm not sure exactly what premise this is about, whether this is about an ex and you want to let an ex know how you feel. Maybe you and a friend have just kind of had a falling out or have been distant lately. You're getting ready to reach out to that friend. Same thing could apply here with a family member. If there's been any sort of, issues within the family sector, maybe you're distant right now from a parent, from a brother, from a sister. But I do feel here you reaching out, you communicating, because you have some things that you need to get off your chest here, Gemini. So whomever this person is, you're going to let them know exactly how you feel. And I think it's important. I think it's definitely significant for you to do this, because this is something I feel you probably bottled up for a really long time, Gemini. And now you're not going to be in a position to where you're bottling up this feeling and emotion anymore. You're going to go ahead and you're going to confront it and you're going to let it out here, okay? And especially with Mercury being in retrograde right now, I do see that as a good thing. So communication happening this weekend here for sure, telling somebody here how you feel. And I think that it will bring forth a lot of clarity with that Ace of Swords. All right, Gemini, love that for you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we started out here with the Gemini, but we're going to go ahead and move on forward to the rest of the signs. So we did air first, so let's go ahead and do air, water, fire, earth. Jumping on into our water signs, let's go ahead and have a look here at the Cancer gang. Let's see what's going on here, baby. What do we got showing up here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac signs of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? Hey, Julia, thank you for tuning in. Oh, you're packing. That's what's up. Enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping by, though, nonetheless. I appreciate that. What's going on, Pisces love? What's up, Mark? How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for coming on in. Hey, Red Skies. What's up, Eclipse Chaser? How you guys doing? All right, baby. Cancer, let's go ahead and get ourselves 2 more shuffles here. And then we'll see what we got going on for your weekend, baby. Hopefully, all is well. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. Cancer, overall energy here for you is going to be the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look at your current energy, we have here the Two of Wands in reverse, what it is you're dealing with, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and then the outcome here for you is going to be the King of Cups in the reverse position. So Cancer, we do have all four reversals across the board. Doesn't always mean it's a bad reading. So without, anything yet, let's see what we got going on. So Cancer, Eight of Swords reversed here, Two of Wands reversed. Kind of feels to me like you're definitely having some sort of relief happen here moving into your weekend because you no longer have to be stuck in indecisive energy. I kind of feel like you're no longer being indecisive about a situation, or you're no longer stuck kind of deciding between two things. So with that being said, it's like a pretty great relief is showing up here for you. Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Knight of Cups in reverse, it means that you didn't have to make some sort of gesture or some sort of sign that you care to someone. I almost feel here for you, Cancer, I think what's the biggest relief here for you is the realization that you don't really connect with somebody anymore. And I think that it actually feels good to not connect with this specific person. I don't know who this person is. It could be a friend, it could be a loved one, it could be a lover that you maybe dealt with in the past, but I think that it feels good to say that you're finally disconnected from somebody, and the fact that you're not doing everything in your power to try to maintain that specific relationship feels like a massive relief, because in the past, you might have done everything you probably could in your power to try to maintain that relationship because you valued it, but now that you can see that your feelings are very different about the relationship overall, you don't feel the need to try to keep it around. So there's a deep relief coming in here for many of you this weekend, as many of you are realizing this. Looking at the outcome here being the King of Cups reversed, it's like I don't hold all these intense emotions in my heart towards this person anymore, so the process of letting go is literally all the more easier. So Cancer, I view that as a win. For sure. I think that this is probably someone you've dealt with where you have had like a multitude of times where you've tried to do everything you could to keep the relationship around. You really put in a lot of work and effort in the past, but I feel like it's a great relief now to recognize that you are disconnected here and you're totally okay with letting it go. And I think it's an overall really good news here for sure. All right, Cancer baby, I like it. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we started out here with the air, we did the water, so we're gonna go ahead now and jump on into our fire and have a look here at the Leo gang. Let's see what we got going on here for the Leo baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. By the way, happy full moon in Cancer to everybody. Cancerian vibes are coming on in today. I definitely feel it. I don't feel it in terms of emotions. I'm pretty chill emotionally right now, but I want it to nap for 25 hours today, okay? And there isn't even 25 hours in the damn day, okay? So with that being said, I was ready to take a long ass nap. All right, let's see what we got going on here though for the Leo gang. What's cracking? What do we got showing up here for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's showing up here for Leo's weekend? Messages here for Team Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Leo. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves this last and final shuffle, and then we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully all is well. What do we got going on for the Leo gang? Leo, overall energy here for you is showing up here as the Emperor. So you could be dealing potentially with an Aries here for a few of you. Having a look here at your current energy, we have here the Magician in reverse, looking at what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the World in the reverse position. So for Team Leo, let's see what's up. Couple of things. There's a couple different signs you're connecting with here. So you could be dealing with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. You also could be connecting with an Aries or potentially a Virgo. So if that means anything to you, of course, take it. If not, no worries. But Leo, Emperor here, Magician in reverse. I feel like right now you're just kind of choosing to not really Magician in reverse is like, I'm not going to sit here right now and, put all my resources and put all my tools into someone or something. I feel like with the Emperor showing up here, you're recognizing that my tools are my tools, my knowledge is my knowledge, my worth is my worth. Why waste it on someone here who doesn't seem to care? I kind of feel like you're recognizing that the resources you provided, aka the love you provide, the value you provide, or anything else amongst that nature, you provide a lot, Leo. And I do kind of get the feeling here that someone isn't taking what you provide and not only appreciating it, but most importantly, like they're not appreciative of it, but most importantly, they're not like giving you anything back in return. So I feel like this Emperor energy is about bossing up and saying, hey, I'm keeping my goddamn resources to myself, point blank period, you know? And if this is in terms of not like, if like in love, this can resonate, but if this is in terms of work or like your career, maybe there's somebody here that you granted or extended a lot of resources to in business or in career, and maybe they just took and took and took, but never supplies, never showed gratitude. You know, that can be an incredibly frustrating situation as well. Imagine you're a business and you lend out a bunch of resources to another person that you had a partnership with. They, you know, took all of it. They didn't say thank you. And then at the end of the day, they didn't even give you much out of it or give you anything back, you know? So that could be a really frustrating experience as well. So I see here, I'm keeping all my resources to myself is what Leo is saying. Looking at the outcome here being the world in reverse, I think that this situation is going to bother you for a little bit because world in reverse is like, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit bothered by this for a while till I move on. And it's okay that you're bothered by it. You're allowed to feel how you feel. I think it's very important that people feel how they feel. But at some point in time, you know, you learned from this experience, and from this experience, it's like, be careful who you lend your resources to, essentially, is what I think that you guys are getting out of it, right? So you'll move on from it eventually. You're going to be a little pissed or ticked off from it for a little while, Leo, but what you learn out of the experience was, I'm going to be a lot more careful who I hand my resources to, okay? All right, baby, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. But that's what I got showing up here for Team Leo, all right? All right, guys, so we finished up our... What did we do here? Let me make sure I get this correct. So we did our air, we did our water, we did our fire. We're going to hop on into our earth signs now. And we're going to go ahead and see what's up here for the Capricorn. Let's see what's going on here for the birthday peeps, baby. Messages here for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. By the way, Capricorn, I want to wish you all a very happy and amazing birthday. Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic birthday and a fantastic Capricorn season. But what do we got showing up here for Cappy? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Capricorn, one more shuffle over here. And we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully all is well. Capricorn, overall energy here is going to be the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you could be connecting here potentially with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, having a look at your current energy. We got the Two of Wands, what you're dealing with. We got the Ten of Pentacles. And then the outcome for Team Capricorn is going to be the King of Cups in the reverse position. So Capricorns, let's see what's up here for you. For your weekend, we got here Nine of Swords reversed all the way to the Two of Wands in the upright position. As far as what I'm seeing here for you, Cappy, I definitely get the feeling here of some sort of relief. You know, it's interesting. Your opposite sign, Cancer, had a similar energy because Cancer's reading here for the weekend reading was being in an energy of relief as well. So you guys are you know, both of you oppose each other, so I find that pretty interesting. But nonetheless, though, Capricorn, Nine of Swords reversed here, Two of Wands in the upright. I think right now you're kind of relieved that you have a choice in some sort of matter. Now, it could be family matters because Ten of Pentacles can represent family, but if it's not specifically your family, Ten of Pentacles represents an environment that you're very comfortable in. So you have some sort of choice to make. And I think that just by simply having the option of choice, it brings in a lot of deep relief. Now, this is really interesting because I almost kind of don't know where this reading is going about this choice. So I'm going to get some clarification rolling here for you, Cappy. Why do we have here the Two of Wands? Tell me about what choices Capricorn have. And what do we have? We have here the Knight of Cups and then the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So Capricorn, I think what you're most happy about here is that you're in an environment where you know that you can comfortably go forward with something, but you can also comfortably turn something down. It's an environment where your expression and your free will seems to be very focused on. It seems to be very embraced. So Capricorns, I think that right now, let's say your environment is a relationship. Maybe you're currently with a partner who's very much so respectful of your free will and your choice. And with that being said, you love that. You're like, whoa, maybe that's not something you were entirely used to, because with the outcome being the King of Cups reversed, you might have been in contact with people in your past who were very much so dismissive of your feelings and emotions, that were very dismissive of your choices. But now you're around an environment where you have people that are actually validating your power of choice and are actually validating the feelings and, you know, emotions that you have here at this time. So, you know, whether or not, you know, Ten of Pentacles represents a a romantic person, a friend. It could represent your family, whatever it might be for you. I feel like you're starting to tap into territory that you don't feel is super familiar because of what you went through in the past. If you're a Capricorn, this is probably how it'll resonate to you. If you're a Capricorn that was dealing with someone who you felt constantly invalidated you, didn't make you feel like your emotions were important, or didn't really allow you, if you could have been dealing with a very restrictive, very controlling energy who didn't let you choose what you were supposed to choose or whatever you felt was right, if that was the kind of energy you were dealing with as well, it comes to a shock to you now being in an environment where you feel so comfortable and so free to be you. So I love the energy overall of you feeling comfortable in your environment. Of course, I don't like the controlling energy of whoever the hell that was, but it's nice to see that you're very content being in an environment where you feel comfortable enough to choose what you want, to be who you are, and it's a great relief for sure. So not going to resonate to every Capricorn out there, but if it does happen to be your story, it's nice to see that for sure, okay? All right, Team Cappy, let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our first batch of zodiac signs here for the weekend reading. We're going to jump back on in now into the air signs, and we're going to have a look here at the Libra gang. So let's see what we got going on here for Team Libra, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Libra, we're going to get ourselves one more quick shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here for your weekend. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's see what's in store here for you. Libra, overall energy is going to be the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Having a look here at your current energy. We do have here the 3 of Wands, what you're dealing with. We have here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then lastly for you, it's going to be the 5 of Cups for the outcome here. Okay, Libra, for your weekend, we start with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Then we also have here the 3 of Wands showing up. So this is your overall energy to your current energy. 10 of Wands reverse is the card of release. It's like letting go of burdens, letting go of anything that's kind of been like weight on your shoulders. 3 of Wands, though, 3 of Wands is the card of kind of like waiting to see what comes next. And looking at what you're dealing with here being an Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles reverse to me is interesting because you know, there's a part of you, Libra, you just let go of a lot of stuff. There's a part of you that is trying to be optimistic, I feel, with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's hard for you to be optimistic, so that's why it shows up in the reverse. I almost feel like the reading is saying, I just let go of a lot, but I kind of don't expect anything good to come towards me. You know, I've experienced a lot of really rough stuff, and I've experienced letting go all of that rough stuff, but I can't say I'm necessarily optimistic for good things to come in for me. So I get this feeling where you just feel like there's this doom and gloom. It's kind of like the doomed mentality. If you've ever heard me talk about that on my YouTube channel, you know, the way that I kind of describe the, in quotations, doomed mentality is that you believe no matter what, you're always going to have these dooming and glooming kind of energies. It's kind of like this belief of, at the end of the day, you know, nothing's going to get better. It's always going to be the same. So I kind of feel that for some of you, it won't resonate, I know, to all of you, but if it happens to be resonating right now, you know, the truth is that we live in a reality of duality. And even if we're in places and times in our life where we're just not really happy with what's going on, things will indeed get better because we can never permanently be in a lower vibration. We can also never permanently be in a higher vibration either. So looking at the outcome here, 5 of Cups, you know, you're kind of in this space right now where you're disappointed. You know, I just let go of a lot of stuff, but I don't really feel like I'm super optimistic about my future, so I'm just disappointed. You know, I guarantee that the future I get is going to end up being the same crap over and over and over again. And here's the thing, Libra. Remember, at the end of the day, what you are focusing on is pretty much what it is you're attracting. You know, your perception's a very important thing at play here. You know, if you're constantly in the perspective of all I'm ever going to do is attract negative things, you're going to actively seek out negative experiences. All right. But if you allow yourself to start focusing on what's positive in life, then you can start to program your mind to seek out positive experiences as well. You know, this is definitely going to be one of those readings where I say, hey, this is all about changing your perspective and your perception. You know, at the end of the day, I'm trying to think of my infamous, line for some reason, but I can't, it's not coming to mind. I'm blanking out here of what I usually say. You guys know what it is. Let me know real quick. How do I say it? It's that one line, man, that I always say. in terms of focus and flow. Where attention goes, energy flows. Thank you, Julia. Appreciate you, baby. Where attention goes is where energy flows. Thank you. Why did I blink out on that? Who knows? Okay. Regardless, though, where attention goes is where energy flows. That is the best way that I can describe this reading for you. The more you're putting your attentiveness right now on negativity happening, let alone, let's talk about the fact that you're just expecting it for your future. Don't expect your future. You have no idea what it's going to be. And keep in mind, your future also is determined based upon what happens in the present right now, in this very moment. So if you're in this present moment expecting negativity, you're calling that in, right? But if you can sit back and say, you know what? I'm going to start to expect positivity. I'm going to start to put my attentiveness on positivity. Then you can start to direct that energy to you, not only just right now in the present, but in your future as well. All right, baby. That's what I got here for you, Libra. Hopefully that perspective change really comes in and helps. I know, like I said, it's not going to resonate to all of you, but if there is value in there, hopefully it can help out for sure. All right, Libra. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air. We're going to jump on into our water signs now, and we're going to have a look here at the Scorpio gang. So let's see what we got going on here for Team Scorpio, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. And yes, Julia, we do speak the same language. What do we got going on here, please, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours? All right, Scorpio, one more shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, man. Hopefully all is well. Scorpio, overall energy here for you is going to be the Two of Cups. So you could be connecting here potentially with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look at your current energy, we got here the Seven of Wands. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Wheel of Fortune. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So Scorpio, coming on into your weekend here, Two of Cups here all the way to the Seven of Wands. I definitely feel like there's a bit of restriction right now. There's a bit of resistance is the word I'm looking for, between you and some sort of bond or relationship you have in your life. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, Wheel of Fortune, things have changed. And I think that because they've changed, there's kind of this refusal of accepting the change. Now, I'm not sure if it's on your end, Scorpio, or on the other person's end, but the main thing here that's creating resistance is the acceptance of change. I see that kind of being the overall common theme. Now, if it's you, it's you. If it's the other person, it's the other person. But, you know, there's this like lack of accepting the fact that things have changed. Somebody wants it to be the way it was. And I feel like that's what's creating so much resistance right now in reference to this bond or in reference to this relationship. And looking at the outcome here, being the Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, with no attention really being directed from the both of you, with no communication, but most importantly, with no expression, it's making, you know, this relationship become all the more distant. It's almost like you're not talking, Scorpio, or expressing yourself, they're not talking or expressing themselves. So right now what's happening is the two of you are starting to disconnect, and that spark is starting to fade. Someone here is upset that things aren't the same and that things have changed, but because it's not being talked about and it's not being understood from both parties, and because there's not even much communication happening here either, you're seeing that spark fade. So what my best advice would be is that at the end of the day, let's say, for example, Scorpio, I'm not saying it is, but for example, let's say you're not being accepting of the fact that something changed between you and someone else. You know, tell that person how it bothers you. Tell that person what you wish didn't change, and see if you can come to terms and be okay with the fact that certain things of your relationship might have changed. Have these conversations, voice your opinion, voice how you feel. And if it's not you who's upset and it's another person, listen to how they feel. The only key here is genuine communication, right? It's going to be genuinely talking and communicating is what's going to get this relationship steering in the right direction again. And please note, this relationship I mentioned doesn't have to be romantic. It could be relationship with your family, with your friends, things of that nature. So communication is really going to be key here. You know, the more that there is no communication, the lack of communication here is what's going to make that spark and that distance really keep on going. It's going to create a very big wedge over time between you and this person. But if this is something you really care about, it's going to be very much so beneficial to communicate. Okay. All right. That's what I got showing up here for you, okay? Of course, do take it if it resonates, though, and leave it if it doesn't. By the way, Stephanie Richard, by the way, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Really, really appreciate that, and welcome on into the Soul family. So, all right, we finished up our beautiful water sign. We're going to go ahead now and hop on into the fire, and we're going to have a look here at the Aries. So let's see what we got going on here for Team Aries, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Let's see, or next 72 hours, excuse me. Let's see what we got going on. All right. What do we got showing up here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Aries. One more shuffle coming on in here for you, and then we'll see what we got. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's see what's in store here for you. Aries, overall energy here is going to be the Four of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Five of Wands. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we have here the the Empress in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Chariot in the reverse position. So as far as zodiac signs you could be dealing with, you could be connecting with a Libra. You could also be potentially connecting here with a Cancer. So Four of Cups here to the Five of Wands. Looking into your next 72 hours, it definitely feels to me for you, Aries, that you're ignoring all the bullshit, okay? Aries don't got time for the drama. They don't got time for the BS. You're ignoring any of it if that's manifesting or popping up and surrounding you. Looking at what you're dealing with here, Empress in reverse. I think immediately what I heard is some things will never change. But I think what you're seeing is just certain people in your environment are not growing. You know, they're on the same old bullshit. They're on the same old bullshit. And it's not the bullshit you resonate with anymore, period. It's like, I can't keep doing the same thing. Maybe this is people in your life who just are involved in a lot of drama, or they're involved in a lot of low vibrational activities. And you're like, how the fuck are you still here? Like, how are you still in this place when I've done everything in my power to grow? But then I think you're starting to recognize, like, every time you grow, it doesn't mean that certain people are going to grow with you. You know, when you're in your process of growth, you're not always going to take everybody up with you as well. So I see you're realizing this, and looking at the outcome here being the Chariot, it's like the last thing I want to do personally is go backwards. The last thing I want to do is unravel all my growth, just because the people that I was previously surrounded with are still in the same old place. So I feel like you're realizing that, you know, people didn't grow. Some people never changed, and they're exactly where they were. And you're just in that space where you don't want to deal with that. You know, I did everything I can to grow. I did everything I can to move forward. I can't take everybody with me. And maybe this is the realization and the sign to let go, because if they're in this place in their path where they're, you know, not growing to where they need to go yet, that's okay. But in terms of me, I got to make sure I keep going where I'm supposed to go. So I see you guys kind of realizing this and recognizing, you know what? They're at where they're at in their life. I'm at where I'm at, and I got to keep on focusing up on me. Okay? Absolutely, Aries, for sure. You know, it happens. I've definitely seen that many times in my life, in reference to friends and things of that nature. And it's like, you know, they're at where they're at, and that's okay. You know, they might be doing the same old. That's cool. But I'm out here growing, and I got to make sure I focus on my growth, because it is something that's very important to me, right? So I see that here for sure. All right? All right, Aries, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up here the fire, we did the water, we did the air, jumping on back into our earth sign. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Virgo gang. Let's see what we got going on here for the Virgo, baby. Messages here for Team Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac signs of Virgo? Messages here for Team Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Virgo, one more shuffle here for you, and we'll see what's in store. Hopefully all is well. Messages here for Virgo in the next 72 hours. Virgo, overall energy here for you is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like I've seen the Wheel of Fortune quite a bit here today. You could be dealing with a fixed zodiac like an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. Wheel of Fortune, though, it has some sort of significance in this reading. I can't place my finger on what it is just yet. Having a look at the overall energy, we do have, the current energy, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. What you're dealing with, Virgo, Empress in reverse, outcome for you, Four of Wands. So for your next 72 hours regarding this weekend, you know, Wheel of Fortune here, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here you don't want to work on. I feel like the reasoning behind the fact that you don't want to work on it is considering that you're already in a space where you have the things that you need. When we look at the Wheel of Fortune sometimes can literally mean fortune. So you're in a fortunate place. Why continue to work harder when I have all of this abundance here to kind of settle down and enjoy? Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Empress in reverse. Empress in the reverse position here for you is one of those cards that recognized that I have had, a ton of growth. I have moved forward in the right direction. And now it's kind of that vibe where you're looking at the outcome here, Four of Wands. I'm ready to pretty much settle down and enjoy the fruits of my labor. So you've worked hard enough. Now it's time for you to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? You've grown the crops. Now it's time for you to feast. I feel like for Virgos that have just worked very hard, whether it's been working very hard in your career, working very hard in your relationship, working very hard in your personal self, you realize that I've done everything I did. I grew to the point I wanted to grow to. You know, in the future, I'm sure there will be more goals you will set, but now it's time to settle down and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And I love it for you. I really do. So with that all being said here for Virgo people, I think that your next 72 hours is just about taking a bit of a break in terms of success and growth and, you know, doing everything you can to keep evolving. It's like, I've evolved, bro. I've evolved a lot and I should enjoy it, you know? And I think it's important for everybody to celebrate their victories and to celebrate their goals and to make sure you celebrate those goals by enjoying, you know, the benefit or the fruits of your labor, if you will, that you got from all the hard work you've done. You know, hard work pays off, so let it pay off, you know? And then inevitably send more goals or, you know, focus on more goals and create more goals later on in the future. Okay, so that's what I got showing up here for you. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Virgo, thank you for tuning in. All right, baby. So we finished up our second batch of zodiac signs here for the weekend reading. We're gonna hop on into the last and final batch in just a second. But give me 1 second, y'all. I just want to turn on my fan. There you go. It's getting a little toasty in this room. I had the heat on a little bit too high. But regardless, though, we finished up our second batch of zodiac signs for today's weekend reading. So jumping on into our air signs and going on into the last air sign for today, we're going to have a look here at Aquarius. So what do we got going on here for the Aqua baby? Messages here for Team Aquarian. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Aqua, we're going to get ourselves one more shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Aquarian, overall energy here for you is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles coming into play here for you. You could be connecting here potentially with a earth sign like a Taurian, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Ace of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Chariot in reverse. And then the outcome here for you is going to be the King of Wands. So let's have a look here at the Aqua baby. Okay, Aquarian for your next 72. Ace of Pentacles here, Ace of Swords here. Optimistic and giving something a chance. I feel like you're very optimistic moving into your weekend, and I think that with the Ace of Swords showing up here for you, you're getting ready to execute something and take action. Ace of Swords is also a card of communication, so that could be another form of taking action. Looking at what you're dealing with here being the Chariot in reverse, Chariot reverse usually represents a path that has gone off course. So I feel like what's happening here for you is this weekend, you're taking the time, or more so the opportunity, if you will, to put a path back on course. Let's say something didn't work out initially as planned. Well, let's go ahead and get it back according to plan. You know, maybe we took an L. We didn't make a W, right? We lost. We didn't win. Well, screw it. Let's try again. I definitely feel this energy of Aquarians getting back up. You know, if your path was misdirected, you're ready here to get it redirected. And I think that you're very motivated here. Something's motivating you for sure, moving along into your weekend. You know, now this can pan out in anything, whether it's panning out in love, panning out in your career. But I think you're ready here to get your certain path that this is discussing back on track. Looking at the outcome here being the King of Wands. King of Wands here says, I have a vision, I have a passion, and I have an outlook on what I desire and what I would like to see manifest in my life. And best believe I'm not giving up on it just yet. So I love that for you, Aquarius. You're not giving up on something. There is definitely more chances here for you to take, and there is definitely more tries that are in the works. At the end of the day, you have to fail a couple times to succeed. I think it's incredibly important to remember that failure ain't shit anyways, except learning from mistakes is all what failure does. It's a teacher, and it's a beautiful thing. So I like that you're not giving up here, and I like that you're pursuing something here you do desire, and you're giving it your best shot. You know, it's like, you know what? The path was misdirected, but I'm ready here to redirect it, okay? Beautiful. All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all our air signs for the weekend reading here. Thank you, by the way, Aquarius, for tuning in. I appreciate it. So we're done with all the air signs. We're going to hop on in now into the water signs, and we're going to have a look here at the Pisces. So let's see what we got going on here for the fish. What's showing up here for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. I'm on daily reading time today. What do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. Pisces, there is 222 viewers in the chat at the moment that I'm doing this reading, so you could be getting called to pay close attention to something in your life. So you might need to tap into your awareness here this weekend, or keep your awareness as heightened as possible. With that being said, by keeping your awareness heightened, you can see what's going on around you. There might be some things you need to be aware about, okay? All right, what's going on here for Team Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Pisces, overall energy for the fish is going to be the Ace of Cups. You could be connecting here potentially with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Having a look at your current energy, we do have here the Queen of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Queen of Cups. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Hierophant in the reverse position. So Piscean, for your next 72 hours. Sorry guys, I told you I'm on daily reading time today. This is the weekend, baby, okay? Piscean, for your next 72 hours, Ace of Cups here all the way to the Page of Pentacles. All right, let's talk about it. So I think right now you're definitely in a place of self-love, because y'all know me, Queen of Pentacles is my self-care card. This is about making sure you're doing you, okay? Taking care of yourself and putting yourself in a good position. Now, Ace of Cups, that's the card of love and fulfillment. So I really feel like Pisceans are pampering themselves this weekend. You're very much so pampering yourself, showing yourself a lot of love. It's kind of like, I need to do me, so I'm going to do what I want this weekend, and whatever anybody else wants, it don't really matter, because this is going to be my weekend. Okay, you know, looking at what you're dealing with here, being the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is all about taking a look into what you need and checking in with yourself emotionally. And looking at the outcome here, Hierophant in reverse. In terms of commitments to other people, that's that's kind of off the table here this weekend, Pisces, because the number one commitment you're making here is the commitment to you. So Piscean, for your next 72 hours, for your weekend, I just feel like it's going to be a time of self-care. You know, I got to do a weekend and have a weekend where I do what I want for myself, where I take care of what I want, what I desire, what my needs are, and nobody's getting in the way of that, okay? And no commitment is getting in the way of that either. So it's like, I'm going to do me and have fun, all right? So I love that for you. Everybody needs that sometimes. Everyone needs, a couple days or a day at least to just do what they want, and kind of, everybody else, sorry, I'll talk to you later. This is a me day. This is a spa day. This is all for me. Like, everybody deserves to have me days, and I love that for you, Pisces, okay? So have the most amazing time and have a lot of fun, all right? All right, Piscean, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So all the water signs are done. All the air signs are done. Hopping back on in, all the air signs are done, all the water signs are done. My apologies. Jumping back on into the fire. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Saggy. Let's see what's going on here for Team Sagittarius, baby. Messages here for Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Sagittarian? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? By the way, for all the 232 people in the chat, welcome in, by the way. Thank you guys for coming through. If you guys could drop a like, that'd be awesome. Really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. And by the way, Pisces Love 5, thank you so much for the $4.99. Thank you, my love. Thanks as always, Aunt, sending great vibes, and have an awesome weekend. You have an awesome weekend too. Thank you for your generous donation. Really appreciate that. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend as well. Thank you, my love. All right, baby. Saggy, we're going to grab one more shuffle. And we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully all is well. Sagittarius, overall energy here for you is going to be the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a earth sign like a Taurian, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look at your current energy, we do have here the Seven of Cups. What it is you're dealing with, we have here an Emperor. And then lastly for you is going to be the Empress in the reverse position. So for Team Sagittarius, for your next 72 hours, Four of Pence reversed, Seven of Cups in the upright, kind of feels to me like right now, you're just trying to make things simpler for you or more simple. I think Seven of Cups could represent overwhelming kind of energies. Maybe a lot's going on or a little bit too much is happening all at once. And it's like, I kind of want to simplify things. All right. I don't want way too much happening. I want to deal and handle and tackle one thing, one step, and one day at a time. Okay. So I definitely see that happening here. So if you've been overwhelmed, you're minimizing a lot of what's happening. I'm ready to take on one thing, one day, and one step at a time. Having a look at what you're dealing with here, you're dealing with the Emperor. Emperor here is the person who's in control. It's the big boss. It's the person who's in charge. And who's in charge of what you take on, Sagittarius, is you, baby. So with that being said, you're recognizing I'm the person who's in charge of what I do, of what my choices are, of what my actions are, of what I invest in. And if I've been getting way too overwhelmed, I'm pulling myself back. I'm going to take things one step at a time. I'm going to take things nice and slow because the last thing I want to do is drain myself. Looking at the outcome here for you being the Empress in reverse. Empress reversed can be a representation of draining yourself. It can be a representation of not being in a good place mentally or physically because of how much you're taking on all at once. So the key here for you, Sag, is realizing your power. I don't need to take on too much at one time if I don't want to. And I really feel like you're recognizing I really don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize what I'm taking on. I'm going to take things more slowly. I'm going to unwind and relax a little bit more because I don't deserve to, be constantly or consistently overwhelmed. Okay. So not sure exactly how that'll resonate to every Saggy, but if it does happen to be your story, cool. If not, no worries, guys, at all. But yeah, it's like I'm done taking on way too much. I'm going to take this ride a little bit slower. Okay. All right, baby. Let's keep it popping and pushing and moving forward. So all the fire's done, all the air, all the water. Jumping on to the last but not least zodiac sign here for the weekend reading. We're going to go ahead and have a look here at the Taurus, okay? So what do we got going on here, please, for the zodiac signs? It's Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my beautiful bull gang, we're going to get a few more shuffles over here, and then we'll see what's in store for you, baby. Hopefully all is well. All right, Team Taurus, starting out here with the overall energy for you. What do we got? And we got here the Queen of Swords in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with an air sign for a few of you. Having a look at your current energy, we got the Six of Pentacles reversed. What it is you're dealing with, we have the Magician. And then looking at the outcome for Taurian is going to be the Tower. So Taurus, you could be connecting with either a Scorpio or possibly a Virgo because those are the two major arcana signs that are popping up here. But looking into your weekend here, Queen of Swords reversed, Six of Pentacles reversed, kind of already gives me the initial imprint that you're just not like interested, you really want to cut something out. But looking at what you're dealing with here being the Magician says to me that someone here keeps reappearing. So I kind of get the feeling, Taurus, of you wanting to cut out something, but the more you try to cut it out, the more it reappears. If it's a person, you're trying to detach from a person, and then they keep on reappearing. So there could be somebody here who's potentially clingy, or someone here not getting the hint. That might be showing up for some Taurians. If it's not that, and you're trying to distance yourself from something specifically, but you keep finding that it keeps manifesting in your life over and over again, you might be in a situation there with the Tower being an outcome. Let me put it this way, Taurus. Let's say you're trying to cut something out of your life. Maybe you're trying to stop a certain repetitive cycle and you wish that the cycle would be over. But then for some reason, somehow, some way, the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. And you're asking yourself, like, why does this keep happening when I want this to be out of my life? Well, looking at the outcome for you being the Tower card here says to you, Taurus, well, you're about to find out. Because the thing about the Tower is often a card of a massive realization. It's about all the puzzle pieces finally coming together and showing you the big picture. So let's say you're a Taurus and you've been trying to get something cut out of your life for a long time, but you notice that it keeps manifesting on a repetitive level over and over and over again. I think you're about to realize why. You're about to get the answer you were looking for. Now, another way of viewing this reading, Taurus, is kind of similar to what I was saying first. You could be dealing possibly for some Taurians with somebody who's clingy. You know, maybe you try to say, hey, like, I don't really want this. I want to do my thing. But no matter how much you keep telling somebody no, they reappear. And if that's the case for your Taurus with the Tower showing up, you're about to do everything in your power here to kind of avoid, you know, this individual from reappearing overall. So if you're dealing with somebody who can't take the hint or respect your boundaries, if you're dealing with somebody who won't understand the power of no and that you're not interested, I think you're going to do everything within your power to make sure that they are completely limited from being able to contact you, connect with you, or be around your energy. Okay, so it could resonate in those two different ways. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it don't. Don't worry about it if it's not your story. All right, though, Taurus, let's go ahead though and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. But guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to the weekend reading. I really appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. By the way, Deborah, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Welcome on into the Soul family. But guys, thank you so much for being a part of the weekend reading. I really appreciate it. Of course, shout out to all the people that come out Monday through Friday. Thank you for your love, everybody. Thank you for your support. Everybody here is super duper appreciated. Thank you all so much. I did want to mention for everybody, I did upload all of the monthly video check-ins for January 2023. So if you haven't seen your monthly video for January, feel free to check it out. It's all on my YouTube channel, all 12 zodiac signs. So if you haven't seen it yet, feel free to give it a check out. What to expect next week? Next week, I do have a collective message that I actually ended up getting today. It was a pretty big message for sure. So I have a big message coming out next week for the collective. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be released on Monday. It's definitely going to be something I think is really valuable and can help you guys out because there's something that's been going on that I've been noticing. So I wanted to get that collective message out. So there will be a collective message for Monday. I'm probably going to get a Book of Answers check-in done next week. So more than likely you'll see a Book of Answers video go up next week. And then I'm also in the process right now of working on the mid-months for mid-January. So I'm going to be working on those throughout next week as well. So stay tuned for the rest of the future content. It's coming. Those things are in the works, but I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek or preview, okay? Of course, I do want to say, as always, thank you everybody for being here. If you could drop a like, that'd be absolutely fantastic. If you are new here and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe, baby. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here to the Soul family. You're super appreciated. So if you're new here and you want to sub, I'd really appreciate having you. Okay. All right, though, guys. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to talk about. I mean, of course, if you guys want to go ahead and grab yourself a Mercury survival candle, link in the description below. You're more than welcome to go ahead and pick yourself up one if you're interested. And yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, man. Much love and much love. Appreciate the heck out of you guys. Thank you all so much for your support. Really, really appreciate you. And yeah, we'll be back next week, okay? All right, everybody, have a fantastic weekend. Be safe, and I'll see you guys later. So much love to the Soul family. And guys, have yourselves a good one. Peace. Later, y'all.